Now we're gonna get ready to stain. This is stain that I bought. I'm not sure. I think it's from the Home Depot. But if it's not from the Home Depot, it's from Lowe's. It's called Special Walnut. It's kind of brownish, you know. I'm gonna use that one. Got my gloves, my paintbrush, drop cloth. Um, this drop cloth is like folded, uh, so it's thicker. If you drop the stain, it'll be okay. So we're gonna start staining. Let me put my gloves on. This is my stain. You can start anywhere, really. I mean, when it comes to stain, it doesn't matter where you start. Uh, you're not gonna mess up anything. Uh, I want to start here on this frames, but I mean, like I said, you can start anywhere. And right now, I'm covering a lot more area with one. What I want to say is that I didn't get a lot of stain, but because the paintbrush was already sucked into the stain, that's why I'm able to cover more area. But once you start getting your paintbrush a little bit drier, you're gonna cover less and less, so you're gonna have to dip it into the stain a little more often. But try to cover every square inch of wood with your stain. You can always come back, it's not gonna hurt anything. If you leave a spot where you need more stain, just tap it like this, or get more stain and cover it. It's not gonna hurt anything. And if you have drips, don't worry about it. Just if you have a rag, wipe it, no problem. See, you're not gonna hurt anything. You're not gonna change the color. Eventually, like this area right here, it's gonna dry the same way as this one. The only thing is that if you don't mix your stain real well, it may have some deposits on the bottom, and those are like thicker when it comes to color, and you can probably have a darker color on certain spots if you got to that particular paste that collects on the bottom. That's why you have to mix it real well, so you can have consistency on every single ounce of stain. As you can see, the line of the stain, it's a lot easier, faster than sanding. It's a little well. For this door, the sanding took me like, I would say, 2.5 hours, and that's with experience, because I've been doing this for a long time. But if you're a first timer, it may take you the whole day, but don't get discouraged, take a break, continue working on it, you can get it done. I don't have a lot of stain. In this can I've got like this much. The reason why is because not only if you move the can like too fast, you can, you know, drip on the floor, but also if you have an accident, you drop this thing, oh man, it goes all over the floor. It's super hard to clean up. So just get enough for you to work for a few minutes and then pour some more into it until you finish. But don't get a full can of stain, because if you get it to an accident by dropping this thing, it's gonna, that drop cloth on the floor is not gonna help. It's gonna be a mess that you're gonna have to clean up. Okay, so I recommend just to have not even a quart of stain. Like I said, you can always pour some more into your can. So as you can see, this is moving fast. I like the way it looks. Let me do the bottom parts. Once you remove all the stain from a piece of wood, in this case a door, if you use any color basically. The only color that I won't recommend is the super light. I think the cedar is the lightest one. And the reason why is because, as you can see, some of the wood is keeping some of the color, the old color. So if you do like a clear coat, or if you do a very light stain color, it's not gonna show very well, because some of the older color is gonna show. So no, don't do that. So always go, especially on older door, always go with the darker color, or maybe not darker, but maybe around the same. Yeah, don't go clear on the doors. have two more doors that I have to resurface, but one of them, it's a door that I will be removing the stain, but that one I'm gonna paint it. So next week I'm gonna show you how to paint the door rather than staining it. So you can do either stain or paint because you have a door that you want to resurface. Some people ask me if stain is better than paint. I mean, when it comes to looks, yeah, stain is better. But durability, paint lasts a lot longer. Way longer. The problem with the stain is that the sun kills the varnish, and then after the varnish is gone, you cannot protect it from the heat and the light, and the color starts not only fading, but sometimes it changes, like from light brown can change all the way to almost black, and I'm serious about it. So paint, on the other hand, it may fade, but it's not like it changes color. I mean, if you painted it black and it fades, it may look light black, but not different than the original color. I've seen doors these colors that changes to almost black, and sometimes people ask me to match the color, but what color are you gonna match? It's just impossible, because I mean, if you had red stain and now you have brown, almost black stain, even though you know it's the same color that you previously used, I mean, how are you gonna match that? So what you have to do is just get a new color. That's what I do. If it is reddish, brownish, I just get something that it's on that hue. Like this. This is called special walnut. If this stain was applied on a new door, it would be brownish. But because this door is already old and the wood is not taking the color like it's supposed to, that's why it looks a little reddish. But on a new door, it would look brownish. That's a fact. So people don't know that, but when it comes to resurfacing older doors, you have to kind of make the math and say, okay, this door is not going to take the color the way it's supposed to, so I'm going to use a different color so I can have the result that I want. Okay. said, when we finish applying the stain, we're gonna let it dry for, let's say, like an hour or so. And then we're gonna come back and apply some varnish so it can be protected for now, because we're planning to do 2 coats of varnish. Basically, 2 coats is the minimum, because what happens is when you apply the first coat and the varnish dries, the surface gets rough. You have to sand it. So after you sand it, you have to revarnish it. And the second coat is not gonna cause the wood to become rough again, but it's gonna be smooth. Now, this is your door, and you wanna do 3 coats. That's even better. You can actually do 4 coats if you want to. But 2 coats is the minimum. And then if you want to do 3, that's better. So that's it for the staining.